Hello, good morning, and welcome to Prime Media Studios, and welcome to the newspaper review for the 14th of August 2023. This show will be giving you live updates and breaking news on different news outlets as we have been doing. First of all, we'll begin with the Vanguard this morning. The Vanguard Center stage says we struck to avert threat against Nigeria. We struck to avert threat against Nigeria, says Niger General Chiani. We struck to avert threat against Nigeria, says Niger General Chiani. We'll take a brief intro on that particular headline this morning as we go on. We struck to avert threat against Nigeria, says Niger's General Chiani. Leader of the military junta in the Republic of Niger, General Abdurrahman Chiani, said weekend that the coup in which they overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum was well intended and was carried out to avert an imminent threat that would have affected not only the Niger Republic but also Nigeria. This came as the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, CBCN, for the second time in a week, appealed to the federal government to take head-on the corruption, insecurity, and skewed appointments in the country, rather than declaring war on Niger Republic. Recall that prior to ECOWAS leaders' decision to adopt a military option against the coup leaders in Niger Republic, I beg your pardon, last weekend, the Catholic bishops had advised the chairman, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and other West African leaders not to give in to military intervention in the country. This is even as the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the February 25th, 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi advised the federal government and ECOWAS to prioritize diplomacy instead of military force to resolve the standoff with the coupists in Niger Republic. General Chiani said it was painful to the coup leaders that the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, heads of state and government leaders did not hear their side of the matter before issuing an ultimatum to them to quit office. Speaking when he received Nigeria's intervention team comprising prominent Islamic scholars in the country in Niamey, the coup leader and the Nigerian team agreed to intensify the option of dialogue in resolving the political crisis in his country. A statement by the leader of the Islamic ulama, Sheikh Bala Lu, stated that General Chiani, who accorded the team warm reception, welcomed their intervention. According to the statement, the military leader said their doors are open to explore diplomacy and peace in resolving the matter. He apologized for not according to the team sent by President Bola Tinubu, led by former head of state General Abdulsalami Abubakar, retired. They required attention because they were angry about the ECOWAS ultimatum. And that's on the coup matter. What General Chiani said, that they struck to avert threats against Nigeria and Niger, says General Chiani. On the other hand, says fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises by 37.4%. Fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises by 37.4%. Underneath that headline, it says subsidy removal, kill corruption, not Nigerians. Bakari tells Tinubu, kill corruption, not Nigerians. Bakari tells Tinubu. And the other hand, it says what federal government, CBN, should do beyond raising rates. What federal government, CBN, should do beyond raising rates, says Iksan. How man killed his two nieces in Ogun bush. How man killed his two nieces in Ogun State bush. That you can find on Vanguard. And also, fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises 37.4%. That is still trending on Vanguard newspaper this morning. Kogi decides rising stakes hurdles before 18 candidates. Rising stakes hurdles before 18 candidates. Dialogue, diplomacy remain panacea, action aid tells ECOWAS. Dialogue and diplomacy remains panacea, action aid tells ECOWAS. All of that you can find on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, being the August 14th, um, August 14th, 2023, this morning, that you can find on the Vanguard on their website, or you can visit their physical store for more details on the news. Now let's move on to the Nation this morning. The Nation says still on the coup matter, it says Niger junta leader now ready for dialogue with ECOWAS. It's actually a good news to hear from the Niger junta, and they said they are ready for dialogue with ECOWAS, so ECOWAS can go on and dialogue with them instead of bringing war and declaring war on the Niger. It will be very, very bad for its neighboring countries and also for the country in question. On the other hand, it says on shareholders basis, Otu Deco behind court order stopping FBN AGM. Otu Deco behind court order stopping FBN annual general meeting. So First Bank Nigeria, they're supposed to have an annual general meeting sometime last week. So actually, Otudeco stopped they were insinuating that Otudeco is behind the court order stopping the AGM FBN from holding their annual general meeting last month. That is just on speculation still. It is not a verified fact, but it's just on speculation. Second wife. On the entertainment scene, it says Uriel evicted from BB Niger All Star Show. Uriel evicted from BB Niger All Star Show. That's on the entertainment level. You can find all of this news and even more on the Nation newspaper this morning, their physical outlet, or their website. Please log on to their website or visit their physical store for more details on this. The Daily Trust this morning. The top story there on Niger says 13 billion naira lost weekly due to border closure. Northern traders. 13 billion naira lost weekly due to border closure, says Northern traders. Recall that the federal government had to close the border that connects between Nigeria and Niger Republic. And most of the make sure that while we are protecting our safety, our security outfit, we are also trying to make sure that citizens make money and eat. Please, I'm pleading with the federal government. By the top left of that, the Daily Sun says road crashes claim 4,387 lives in 6 months. That is really sad. Road crashes claims 4,387 lives in just 6 months, says FRSC. When the FRSC comes out and say, do not drink and drive, nobody listens to them. Do not overspeed, nobody listens to them. Please check your vehicles before going out. Nobody listens to them. Make sure that you fix any faulty part, even if it's just a tiny part. Make sure you fix it before hitting the road. Nobody listens to them. Do not distract the driver from driving. Nobody listens to them. We need to understand that people losing their lives are humans like us. In 6 months, 4,387 lives. Please, let us adhere strictly to the rules and regulations of driving, and let us adhere strictly to the warnings of the FRSC so that we will not be losing more lives. A news above below that say it's on ECOWAS. Niger's junta begin talks soon. Niger's junta begins talks soon. That's a good news for us to hear. And also, military never received any coup requests. Military never received any coup requests, says DHQ. FHA to build 7,000 unit estate in Abuja. FHA to build 7,000 unit estate in Abuja. Christian clergies condole Muslims over Zaria Mosque collapse. Christian clergies condole Muslims over Zaria Mosque collapse. 2 feet dead, 1 injured in Akwa Ibom's road crash. 2 feet dead and 1 injured in Akwa Ibom road crash. That is what we've been talking about. We need to, adhere strictly to the rules and regulation, to the driving precautions. Let us take note. Let us be very careful anytime we hit the road. Let us know that we are actually driving, not driving for ourselves, but we are driving for others. Because once something is wrong with our vehicle, everybody on the road suffers it. So please drive carefully and safely. Do not drink and drive. Do not get distracted. Do not make calls and drive. Please and please and please. Now let us move on to the Sun this morning. The Sun newspaper this morning. The top story there, the cover page says Niger coup leaders open up. Niger coup leaders open up. Niger coup leaders open up. We'll get that in the big story this morning when the time is right for us. And also some news following that says Benue Assembly member Opin laments child malnutrition, deworms 10,000. Deworms 10,000. And also in Kogi State, man arrested for attempting to plant ammunition on SDP campaign train. Man arrested for attempting to plant ammunition on SDP campaign train. Bayelsa coup group demands investigation into Opu Nembe invasion. Bayelsa group demands investigation into Opu Nembe invasion. Akpabio Abbas dragged to court over alleged 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars and others. How Governor Sule plotted Adamu Al-Makura's exit in Nasarawa politics. That is it. Nasarawa politics. That is that about that. Now let us move on to the Punch newspaper. Now on that top story says Forex on Forex crisis, marketers propose 720 naira per litre, suspend fuel imports. Marketers propose 720 naira per litre, suspend fuel imports. That you can find on the Punch newspaper. ICPC grills Agric Ministry officials over massive fraud. ICPC grills Agric Ministry officials over massive fraud. Work resumes on Lagos Canal after Punch report. Work resumes on Lagos Canal after Punch report. On ban, no decision taken on admission yet, says WA. No decision taken on admission yet, says WA. Leicester on the sports scene said Leicester facing Iheanacho dilemma. Leicester facing Iheanacho dilemma. Adeleke hosts Women's World Cup stars Ajibade Imura. Adeleke hosts Women's World Cup stars Ajibade Imura. And all of that you can find. The top news there on Punch says attacks on Ganduje cause Kwankwaso ministerial slot, says APC spokesperson. Attacks on Ganduje cause Kwankwaso's ministerial slot, says APC spokesperson. Now, let us take a quick a look into marketers' proposed 720 naira per litre and as they suspend fuel imports. Oil marketers on Sunday indicated that the cost of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, would rise to between 680 naira per litre and 720 naira per litre in the coming weeks, should the dollar continue to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira at the parallel market. He also hinted that dealers seeking to import PMS were being forced to put their plans on hold, due to the scarcity of foreign exchange to import the commodity, The warning came barely 1 week after the vocal currency crossed the 900 naira per dollar. 900 naira per dollar. With the naira selling at over $945 at the parallel market on Friday. That is that on. So the marketers are actually saying that expect the price to increase because, if the dollar continues to rise, expect it to increase. That is what the marketers are saying, and they have suspended fuel imports. So if you have not bought fuel, please go do so. Stock up your homes because it's about to get muddy. Nigeria, it's going to be well. Let us now move on to the Channels television. The last but not the least on that says Niger generals vow to prosecute ousted president for high treason. Niger generals vow to prosecute ousted president for high treason. And also APC Secretary Basiru questions Tunde Bakari's competence on palliative criticism. And also 6 Niger soldiers, 10 suspected jihadis killed in fighting. 3 talking points from the Premier League's opening. That's on sports news. Kill corruption, not Nigerians. Tunde Bakari tells President Tinubu. And that's it on the newspaper review for the 14th of August 2023. Join us in the next hour for the morning show and the big story. My name is Moses, and thanks for staying with us. See you later.